Hello all. Been a while since I made a video, sorry about that. Been busy and the weather's been rubbish. But I wanted to share my experience this week. It's a bit of a depressing and somber one, but it's also quite an interesting one. I'm pretty car obsessed, as you can probably imagine from the videos I make, and I'm regularly checking Auto Trader, particularly for cars that come up, and I've got a general list: Ferraris, 360 manuals, 355 manuals, 430 manuals, 458, 488s, and California Gen 2s. They're the cars that I'm checking all the time. And also Lamborghinis, but generally the Lamborghini Gallardo, the manuals. Anyway, I do this all the time and I look almost every day. Just obsessed. About 2 weeks ago, I saw this 355 manual, Cat D. It keeps coming up and going on Auto Trader. It's up for 68k at the moment. So I spoke to my other half about this, and it wasn't a great idea actually. We had a bit of an argy-bargy, an argument over it. And anyway, having looked at the pictures in more detail, and my son confirmed this, it looks like it's been clocked. It looks like it's been used and abused. High mileage, 355 that's been clocked back. So that wasn't a good buy. Then on Monday of this week, a car came up in the morning. I think it would have been about, 11 or 11:30 a.m. The car came up. It was a Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera manual. Now, there are only two pictures. There's a picture from behind it and a picture from in front of it. This car was priced at £52,000. £52,000. It must be worth 120, 130k for a manual Superleggera. I didn't believe it was real, first of all. My son phoned up the seller and he confirmed he was selling it on behalf of his granddad. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I was too dubious, didn't trust the seller. I was too busy with meetings and things, working at home, didn't follow it through properly. I did speak to the seller briefly, and he asked if I could go and view it at 1:25 p.m. Bearing in mind, this car was only 12 miles away from where I live. I could have got there in half an hour. Because of various things, I didn't go and see it. He didn't send me the postcode. I didn't go and see it. He sent me through the pictures, the photos, at 2 o'clock, something like that, just when I was going into meetings. And it was immediately obvious when the photos came through that it was a genuine Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. Not manual, automatic, still worth 120k, I would say. Right hand drive, not left hand drive. The cheapest was only two in the UK for sale. One's up for 108k and it's a left hand drive. Lower mileage, admittedly, 25,000 odd. And the second one's up for 168k, I think, which is a 2015 version. But anyway, this car was for sale for 52k. I got a text from the seller about 3 o'clock saying somebody had put a deposit down. No, sorry, my son noticed that the advert had been taken off around 3 o'clock and texted me. I then text the seller to say, has the advert been taken off? Has the vehicle been sold? And he texted me back to say a deposit had been taken. So I missed out on buying this car, which isn't my dream car, but we're talking about a once in a lifetime opportunity here. For 52k. I had a loan pre-approved, which would have got me 21k. I could have had access to another 30 grand easily, and I could have covered off the other 1 grand, no problem. Plus insurance and road tax, no problem at all. I could have that car in my garage now. If only I'd gone with my gut instinct, I'd got in the car, I'd driven down there, I could have got the postcode off the guy, I could have put a deposit down, I'd have that car. Look at the pictures. Amazing, amazing. So I've spent all week really being very angry and pissed off with myself because, you know, opportunities like that, to buy a car like that for that price, I think it had 38,000 miles on it. Okay, a little bit high, but who cares? They just don't come along. You know, clearly the seller didn't really understand what they were selling, didn't understand the price point, you know, and that's a separate point, taking advantage of somebody like that. So, yeah, I've been feeling pretty annoyed all week, pretty angry at myself. I could literally have a Ferrari F430, a Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera in my garage, and a Porsche 911 997 sat on the driveway right now for really very little money. So yeah, really quite annoyed. And I'm I think I'm going to feel like this for a long time. But anyway, I thought I'd share this video, and I think the lesson is, for me, in fact, I've taken some lessons out of this. Really, go with your gut feeling. You know, be more decisive. If an opportunity like that comes up, grab it with both hands. I'm gonna make more use of my Ferrari particularly. I'm gonna go on a road trip in the summer. Go down to the south of France. Go into Switzerland and Austria. I'm going to really enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy taking some videos, some photos. That's going to be something I'm really looking forward to, actually. So, you know, and what will my next car be? As I said, I keep looking at, I don't think the 355 is particularly appealing. It's too old, and certainly not the Cat D one. I think probably, and I don't think a 360 manual, although I'm sure it'd be a fun to drive. I think probably I'm going to be moving more towards the 488 or the California Gen 2. The California Gen 2, 2015, 16 onwards, with the Apple CarPlay, with a good colour combination. You know, it's a convertible. I know it's a front engine car, but it's a very nice car. That might be a good addition to my garage, my fleet. Having said that, I have been hankering after a 488 GTB for the last year. So I'm not going to move on any of those cars probably until April, May next year. So watch this space. But if a car comes up like that and you think it's too good to be true, get in the car, go and look at it, put a bloody deposit down and buy the bloody thing. Life's too short. I mean, I'm gutted. It's a proper race car. I could have had it. It could have been mine. It could be in my garage right now. So that's the update. I'm kicking myself silly. Hope you enjoyed the video.